Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch-along of Jamaica versus Ireland in the Rugby League World Cup. Hopefully it'll be a good game. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. And hopefully we'll have a good game. Jamaica versus Ireland, folks.
Really looking forward to this. Fantastic atmosphere inside the ground.
This is the first time Jamaica are playing at the Rugby League World Cup.
What an adventure this group of players are on right at the start of it. And he's a man who's been capturing the headlines. Dom Young here today, and he's here to see his big brother Alex Young, who is playing for Jamaica. There he is. We say big brother, both in terms of maturity and size, because I think Alex is about 5 or 6 inches taller even than Dom is. What a giant family, and what a World Cup they're already having.
So hopefully it's going to be a good game. Jamaica versus Ireland. This is going to be some game.
First is Ireland's call.
It's going to be interesting. I'll give you the lineups in a bit. We're just waiting for the game to get underway. And guys, put your question in the chat, like, comment, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and keep voting who you think is going to win, Jamaica or Ireland. So it's not going to be easy, but my fingers crossed that Jamaica win. It'd be alright to go for the underdogs. Just gotta keep. You just gotta. Hopefully it's gonna be a good game. Hopefully we're not gonna get like a battering like in the last one where like one team runs away with it. Hopefully we get an entertaining one where we get some good games. There we go. Hopefully it'll be a good game.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I mean, we look at World Cups and we talk about finals and semi-finals and big games. But this is what World Cups are all about, isn't it? The exciting story of Jamaica.
I'm going to give you the lineups now, folks. The lineup that we do have is this is the Jamaican and the Ireland lineup for you today.
We said it was starting for England yesterday. Alex gets his go today. Michael Lawrence and Ashton Golding.
The guy that I'm looking forward to see play today is playing, which is Sheffield Eagles forward Ben Jones Bishop, his brother Aaron Jones-Bishop is on the bench. So hopefully them two can come on and do something. But one of them's already on the pitch. So let's hopefully that is. Then you've got Leeds Rhinos player Richie Milo on the main team. And James Bentley. So you got two of the main outfits at the same time. We're also keeping an eye on Napoli versus Bologna. The reason I'm not doing Napoli today is due to the fact is their big games next weekend, which is Roma on Sunday.
We'll be hearing the voice of Ashley Klein. We saw him as the main man in the middle yesterday for the game at Newcastle, the tournament opener. And the Jamaicans in their huddle ahead of this game. What is going through their heads now? As we said, only their 25th international game ever. And their first ever in a World Cup. They've been building to this moment. The game of rugby league in Jamaica has been going from strength to strength. A lot of these English-based players, a lot of them part-timers as well. But you can only imagine they're going to give absolutely everything here today. And the broader Caribbean community in Leeds has come out here today. But this is a side that, you know, could be posing a problem for some of the bigger names down the line. In the group with New Zealand and Lebanon, they'll fancy their chances with Ireland of making it through to the quarterfinals. We're going to have 13 seconds now, one game together, supporting equality and anti-discrimination. All the athletes in all three versions of this tournament will be making this stance. Wonderfully reflected, that sentiment by the crowd here at Headingley as well. Enjoy. Having I just heard the referee? Well, we will, sir, we will. This is going to be fantastic. Richie Myler is going to get us.
Here we go, Ireland versus Jamaica, folks.
25th international game ever.
Game is on the way. Jamaica versus Ireland in the Rugby League World Cup. Let's go. I'm just going to pop off just quickly, folks.
Yeah, well, good afternoon.
I have to be quick.
Good afternoon, everyone at home as well. You know, for this Ireland side, they haven't played a game, have they? This is the first game actually winning inside of 3 years. So we saw what happened to Samoa yesterday, perhaps a little bit rusty. For Jens Cochrane's men, it's important that they start well. And for me, in order for Ireland to get a win, well, the key to it all is Luke Keary and Richie Myler. Look out for those two over the course of 80 minutes.
We're going to have to keep him in check, Kev. He might be getting emotional at times throughout this afternoon.
He'll be cheering them on. I think it'll be a good day. They look fantastic, don't they, on paper, Ireland, and they're going after him early. I think this is the key battle up the middle of the field. Liam Byrne leading his charge with George King. Jamaica have got to go with him here. They've got lots of pace and athleticism, but they've got to, you know, early on, they've just got to withstand that middle pressure.
Well, here's one of two brothers on the Ireland side today. Innes Senior plays on one side, Lewis Senior plays on the other wing, Toby King and George King, and here is Toby King, the other brothers as well, so there should be a level of understanding, you'd think. Out of dummy half it's taken, and Ireland beginning to advance inside their opponent's half. O'Hagan is starting here by the looks of it. Looking down there, he was named on the bench, but Brendan O'Hagan is definitely out there and starting. Driven in by Byrne. Well, they set a platform here of the Irish. What can they build? Keary, out back it goes to Myler. Myler with a long pass. Senior's out of play. Innes Senior, good defence from Jamaica.
Yeah, it certainly was. You know, that cover tackle there from Mo Goro, the Keighley Cougars winger. He had to make a desperate last-ditch effort, didn't he? And he come up with it right there. But it's wonderful play as well from Ireland, wasn't it? Dropping Liam Byrne back into the middle, working the same guys over. Keary getting his hands on the ball, supplying a pass to Myler, to cut out passing it to the winger. That's a great tackle, isn't it?
I think Ashton Goulding made 4 tackles in that set of 6. There's no surprise there. They're going after him, trying to take a little bit of energy, because the enthusiasm that he brings, enthusiasm is running now from dummy half. He'll be key for Jamaica, so they're trying to soak his legs out.
He's going to add a bit of, and that's not his position really, as it's not been his position down the years, Ash Golding, but he's going to add a bit of pace out of dummy half, isn't he?
He made a good fist of it when Ian Watson put him there, and when he went on the bench, he's just a great player to throw on and use that energy that he has. You know, it's a little bit different when you're starting a game and you've got to get the brute force. You've got to match fire with fire early on. He normally comes off the bench and gives him that energy.
Golding does that, throws it back to the middle. Kieran Rush is offering it back on the inside, and Michael Lawrence will try and push his way through, but Ireland's defence is muscling up here.
Right, it's been terrific so far, hasn't it? Ed Chamberlain there, just not allowing Lawrence to drop back on the angle. Moves forward, and it's another good set, isn't it? Only 20 metres gained, and look where the Irish start from now as he looks to cross over the 40.
And his senior, all wrapped up now. Good effort in defence from Greg Johnson. Another of those we're familiar, having seen him in Super League down the years, Greg Johnson, but these days with the Batley Bulldogs. Keary from dummy half again. The Irish advancing just beyond the halfway line. Still got plenty of tackles in the bag as well here. Keys on that right hand side.
What an experience it will be for Keys as well to play alongside Keary. He had a terrific season, didn't he, with Halifax? Nominated for the Young Player of the Year. Ireland look to move the ball once more through Holton now.
Frankie Holton, revelation at Hull Kingston Rovers. Tony Smith spotted him and decided that he was worth a punt in Super League this year. And he has done terrifically well. Keys again, right hand side, they're making moves. Chamberlain. Well, the ball has gone forward. And again, Jamaica survived that early threat.
Yeah, good defence, and just backing up what Kyle said before, I think Joe Keys compliments Luke Keary. It went to the right-hand side then, and he came up with a terrific pass. Ed Chamberlain, probably if he had his time again, he'd find the winger. But there's so many players out of position for Jamaica. I think, you know, Greg Johnson normally plays on the wing. You've got Ben Jones-Bishop, who's normally a winger, he's at full-back. And you've got
Good, Ben Jones-Bishop. Show us what you made of play for the Eagles. Guys, put your question in the channel, subscribe. Sorry if I went off a bit. I had to go get my dinner, so apologies on that, folks. So I have to go get my dinner. At the same time, we're also going to be keeping an eye on the Liverpool game. And that game's 0-0. Barcelona lost 3-1 to Real Madrid, folks.
The Irish Wolfhounds there, they've just smothered, haven't they, Jamaica? Another only 20 metres gained that whole set. They opt for an early kick just to buy them some land and territory, but Richie Miley sees that coming, using all of his experience there, as once again Ireland are now crossing over into Jamaica's territory.
O'Hagan here at dummy half. Had a season with the York club. I was going to say the York City Knights, but they've just rebranded, haven't they? They're now York RLFC as they try to make a push for Super League in the next few years.
Oh yeah, York City are not known as not York City Knights anymore. The York RFCs or Rugby FC.
Keys onto Keary. Keary tries to try them himself, but 5 gone, one to play. The Irish are going to run it again. No, they're not. The little chip comes in, but the defensive hands are safe enough, and Jamaica will start from there. They're starting a lot of.
Come on, Ben Jones-Bishop. As an Eagle, as a Sheffield Eagles fan, I see the world of this guy because he's our best player.
They're testing people up the middle of the field, and George King.
And we do have the Farrell brothers, which is Joe and Isaac, both play for Jamaica. They both got picked for Jamaica, but I don't even remember playing today.
And field position for Jamaica.
But it's this side of the ball, Kev, where I think the game will ultimately come undone.
And guys, this is only Jamaica's 25th match as a rugby team.
I know it's only 6 minutes in. I've been impressed with this guy here, Morgoro. On that occasion, they deal with him well, but he's so powerful on the floor. And they're going to look to players like him to generate some sort of ruck speed. A chance on now, maybe.
Well, Ben Hall has decided to run it, puts it back on the inside here. It's Johnson, the kick eventually from Golding. A little bit of unplanned play, but caught safely by Lewis Senior.
I don't know about you, Cal, but I think that's the way the Jamaicans need to play. I think they're full of pace. If they play a conventional style and go up the middle, they've not really got the side to match it, you know, man for man up the middle. But if they throw the ball around, play a little bit of ad lib, I think it could pay off.
Absolutely, Kev. Yeah, look, I got the fortunate privilege of playing these guys last week when I've represented Cumbria against Jamaica and as they began their preparation for this World Cup. But one thing that impressed me was their back five, their ability to spin out of rucks and almost win the floor. And that's another good tackle there on Joe Keys, and it had to be as well because he was done for numbers out wide.
AJ Wallace comes in and puts on that vice-like grip. Here comes O'Hagan out of dummy half again. Pass from Kiri is a little untidy. Going to take some dealing with, and isn't. And Jamaica respond well, and a little win there from Greg Johnson.
Certainly was. You know, look at all the players come running in together now. They know they've been under the cosh for the last 8 minutes.
So guys, keep putting your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
It breeds confidence, Kev, doesn't it, when you can just keep turning sides away.
Completely. That's the third time now they've tried to go around Jamaica, and Jamaica have got pace. They've got pace in the centre with Greg Johnson, and he's strong too. Mogoro did the same to win his senior down in the bottom corner, and then Ed Chamberlain got thrown out. So I think the message will be going on from Jed Corcoran just to tighten things up and get back to going through the middle of the field.
Their confidence will be building here as well, won't it? Because here we are, 8 minutes into the game. Haven't really put on an attack, but they haven't conceded yet.
No, and they're very, very
They've got a penalty.
They're very, very fit. Michael Lawrence and that man who's just won the penalty, Ashton Goulding, they won't stop. And even though the weight of possession and territory has been against them, they can come back with a counter punch here now with some good field position, Dave.
And this is important, isn't it, now? This is the first real cracking good ball, isn't it? As the ball gets now tapped in from a goal rope to Greg Johnson. They're 20 metres away from the Irish line. What have they got in this set? Because, you know, it'll be interesting to see what sort of pattern they play they put on.
Best chance so far. 5 tackles to go from here. Michael Lawrence. 15 away, Golding at dummy half, going left again. Joe Brown will try to step on the inside. The Irish defence being tested here.
Come on, Jamaica.
In back play, just organising his defenders, but Golding's going to try and take them.
Come on, Jamaica.
Well, they're that close. They're that close. 6 again. They've got another set to have a go. Lawrence helps it on. Quickly out of that defensive line comes Toby King to close things down. But Jamaica are fueled with enthusiasm and excitement just at the moment. As Lawrence finds himself central and close. Jamaica can work both sides. It's a lovely little kick into the angle.
Oh!
And it's just about, I think, dealt with by Lewis Senior.
I thought Jacob Ogden got his hand to that.
Well, he's having a look here, isn't he? That was a dangerous bounce, and the referee is going with a square in the air. He's going to go.
He's having a look to see if it's a try for Jamaica, folks.
Alright, thanks, Ben. Director starting at the onside, offside. Video check, we have no try. Pause it on the boots.
We're just having a look to see if Jamaica have got a score on the board, folks.
Jamaica are onside, go through now to the grounding. Something from that corner.
Has Senior done enough?
Just need to see whether the Irish player's foot's out when he makes contact with the ball. So just go slow here, the ball's still in. The ball's still in.
Oh, he's missed.
He's
Here we go.
still in. The ball's
Nah.
come off the hand of the Jamaican and he's made contact with the touchline, the dead ball line.
Fooled me.
There's no touch by the Irish player. He's still in the field. I've seen all available angles and I've made my decision.
Well, the referee's left there by himself because the players have made their decision as well. They're back on the 20-metre mark, ready for the tap restart. There we go, infinity and beyond. To say no try. No try. But what a chance, what an opportunity for Jamaica.
It was a great chance, and I thought it was a really good kick there by Kieran Rush too, and you know, it was well weighted. They just couldn't get the hands down and force that ball on the ground, but much better for Jamaica. And I think the way that Ashton Goulding is playing, he's not trying to play like a conventional hooker. As soon as he gets a chance, he's almost playing like a winger in there. He's running whenever there's a quick play the ball.
Oh, Hagan at dummy half. Big charge
Oh,
down
hi.
the middle by Liam Byrne. The Wigan prop forward.
Yep.
Ireland working their
What last you saw of it.
That's a good carry by James Bentley, another local lad. Just had a
Now that you fell asleep.
final making season with the Leeds Rhinos. King keeps it alive. Ireland look wide. Here's an opportunity. Chamberlain down that right hand side. There's some speed here. But the foot is into.
What I said is
Lewis Senior.
you didn't really miss much when you did fall asleep. You didn't really miss much because the game was teetering out.
And Joe Keys, well, he's had some big involvements already. He supplies that pass to Ed Chamberlain. And wow, how good does Alex Young do here to show that composure, then to get off, and that last-ditch effort there. It's just enough, isn't it? It doesn't always have to be perfect,
Yeah.
but it's enough to put Senior off.
Yeah, I asked my dad what he thought, and he said we should have lost.
Survive once again.
What a weekend for the young family. Don yesterday, a superstar scoring 2 tries for England.
Because literally, no, basically, it's like he said, we should have been literally out of sight, game over.
Didn't take rugby league as
Because
seriously.
Villa in that first half should have scored 3 or 4.
He's gone down the education route. He's a law graduate. Oh,
He's
he's
taking
again,
it
he's
serious
lost it.
today. He's just
Lost
been
it.
on his backside there.
That's a big error, that, isn't it? You just get a feel, don't you, that the amount of pressure that Ireland have put under, yes, they haven't executed, but you've invited this Irish side.
I'm glad I'm not watching liver shite.
From Jolliffe, the Gold Coast Titan. He's been heavily involved in Justin Holbrook's side over the last 3 seasons, and you can see why there with that contact on Young.
Because he wants to watch that pile of shite.
20 metres away from the line, almost centre of the field. Look out for Kieran Myler as he goes on the move now.
Here's Kiri on that right-hand side. The ball goes.
Come on, Jamaica. Ah.
There's no stopping.
There you go, folks. First.
He's in to score. Ireland do have their opening try. Wonderful scrum play.
No, but I'm saying if I had a choice of what I was going to stream, I had between that or this. I picked the rugby over the football because I already did a game of football.
You know, Ireland, they hadn't quite executed. He threatened a couple of times in
There you go.
efforts from Jamaica, but that Alex Young error was just
There we go, folks. Try for Ireland.
beautiful contact right under the ball, dislodges it as well. And from the base,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I did, before I sorted the stream, I had to make a decision which one I wanted to pick, and I picked this game over the Liverpool Man City, which some people would say to me, "You're mad." But in some cases, how often are rugby league World Cup around? Every couple of years, so you're not. So it's like, and it's once in a blue moon. It might come back to England, so you never. So you just take the opportunity.
such an underrated skill at speed. Richie Miley's one of the best at it, isn't he? Terrific.
I know, and what made me more excited was when I saw like teams like Jamaica. I thought that something like that excited me because I thought I didn't know they did rugby, and I thought to myself, I want to see teams like that. And then you got Lebanon, countries who you don't expect to be in sports like this. Gets me more intrigued in doing them. I can literally do Man City anytime. I can do Liverpool anytime. Might be once in a blue moon I might get to on TV get to watch these actually play.
Young Canterbury Bulldogs hooker was supposed to be starting, but they've switched
Ah,
around.
ah,
As a result, the Irish have
oh,
to change because of that late
Richie Myler and James Bentley are playing for Ireland.
but that's not been accepted. So
And that's
they
it.
lost it into change, but they've scored a try. They lead here by 4 points to 0.
Yes, he's playing. Ben Jones Bishop, aka Sheffield Eagles, the only player for Sheffield Eagles that's actually playing for this team. And yep, they're both start. I know that. Yeah. And then we've also got Dom Young, and also you got Dominic Young's older brother, which is basically the tallest guy on the field.
They need to move them about a bit, Kev. You know, perhaps a bit more width of pass from 9. Get the middles travelling around because this isn't what you want. You know, when you've just conceded a penalty, the most.
You know that this is Jamaica's only their 25th game as a team.
And not do stupid, silly penalties like that because in the blink of an eye, Ireland once again they just cross over the halfway line without exerting any energy whatsoever.
Yeah, but some people are still, even commentators are still quite shocked how they've played 25 games as a team and they've managed to make it to a World Cup.
On and off season, he spent most of the first half of the season in the naughty boys chair because he was suspended more than he played.
Yeah, and it was at this very ground that 2022 got off to a horror start for him. That red card on Gareth Widdop. He finished the season in great form, didn't he?
Here's O'Hagan at dummy half. Out they go to that right-hand side. Keys tries to switch back on the inside with a footwork, but Jamaica's defence.
It's going to be interesting seeing how the Lebanon team later on does. But they'll get, like you say, they'll get battered.
From the captain King, and George King will force his way over for the second try. Sheer determination.
Try for Ireland, folks.
Referee's not sure. to the video referee.
Are you watching Man City game?
Does Ben Casty, but the video referee Ashley Klein's eagle eye required again.
Standing there, can I get an angle front up, please? Right, tackle 4 with the low decision of no try. At the moment, he has possession. The ball's grounded there short of the line. His hand still has it. The ball hasn't touched the ground yet. It's still up at this stage. Just keep playing it through, keep playing it through. And then the ball touches. So can I just see that angle again, but with a bit of speed there to show that momentum may take it to the try line? The Irish player does not move the ball from the point it touches the ground, and momentum takes him into the in-goal area. I've seen all angles and have made my decision.
Here we go.
Try for Ireland, folks.
Veteran of the World Cup 5 years ago in 2017, a proud captain gets his side's second try of the tournament.
Yeah, he had a hand in both tries now. Obviously scored that one on his defence on
Yeah.
But this was just Route 1 stuff. Just the sheer weight of possession and the time they've done it. But that's very smart play. The temptation will be...
Come on, Jamaica.
The rules in rugby league, if you do lift your arm and have a second movement, it's a penalty. And he doesn't. He stays...
Jamaica.
That's probably one of the...
Jamaica.
As a front row,
Jamaica.
you don't score too many tries. When you get so close, you don't score too many tries, Carl.
Ed Chamberlain missed his first attempt.
Come on, you Sheffield Eagles god. Ben Jones Bishops, get a try.
Battle is getting closer. But 8-0 it remains.
The best player on the team by far.
Funny habit, sorry, of when you switch off there like AJ Wallace did, it finds you, doesn't it? And it's just
I said for Sheffield Eagles, he's their best player by far.
Your job's not done until the ball's dead. And George King, he finds that and grabs his 6th try in Ireland colours.
And he also finished as top try scorer.
Don't know.
You don't know.
He definitely does. He's counted everyone. 3 or 4.
I saw him post a picture of scoring in training for Warrington. He got that desperate this last season. Here's King again.
It's another good carry from him.
But I like Jamaica's kit. Actually, it was quite nice. With all the look at that. Actually, it was quite nice.
Holton takes over now. Another 10-metre carry.
Oh, the offload just about comes off. Here's Keary. Keary with a step. Keary with a
And get.
Now he's got the pace and the
Oh, is it going to be another try? Nope.
covering tackle coming over from Alex Young. But look what Ireland are.
That so far, that would be in like my top 3 so far. But I have to wait and see.
Oh, but another
New Zealand is just going to be plain. It's going to be black and stupidly white, which is I think it's
tracks.
so plain that anyone can do that.
Keary's chip, not back and out of play.
Yeah.
There'll be a dropout underneath the sticks.
Well, Luke Keary's the superstar of the
It
game there.
is. I still don't get it with England when it comes to rugby league, where they go with the like the white and the dark colour when really you should put red and white in it because that's your actual home colours.
To finish this off, but it's a great tackle from Alex Young there. And they survive once more, don't they? But it's off the boot of Keary there. Jacob Ogden
But-
can't deal with it. Ed Chamberlain chasing hard.
So far, top 3, but I need to see Scotland's. From what I've seen, the kit looked alright, but it looked like anyone can make that if you're good at making.
Tackles to go here.
If you're very good at sewing and you're very good at being creative.
Now with Byrne. Surely
On about kits, because of the kits that I've seen so far.
George King
Giving my opinions on them. I've seen Scotland's, but it just made me keep thinking that they were wearing a kilt when they weren't.
is playing
It's a
with
bit odd.
lines, the big fella. Dancing on his feet.
It's alright, I'll put them like top 5, but it wouldn't go above Jamaica.
Defending from Jamaica, right up in the Irish faces. Space kept to the minimum. Not a set of six.
I'm looking for,
Infringement at the plate of ball, so the Irish.
because as you know, due to me on FIFA, I like to get kits which look unique and different.
He'll claim a third and gets a third.
Also, Ireland's looks not that bad, but
Rolling at the
They've just gone just with up the shoulders for the designs and stuff and up the top, so that's not too bad.
Yes, they got a repeat set, a set restart, sorry, but they just go
Yeah.
carry off the back of Burn. O'Hagan jumps out, and it's just too quick at the moment.
I mean, the one that I am looking forward to today, because of it's a unique one, is that see what kick Lebanon have.
And he's able just to put it down, isn't it? It's between Andrade and Brown. It's as simple as the scores for O'Hagan. It's a blistering start from Ireland.
And the try looks really simple.
Yeah.
It's really simple, but I think the patience of Luke Keary after the break, you know,
It could be a hatful.
the tackle, put a great kick in, get another set of 6, keep challenging him and get a set restart. That's what that gives you. The momentum.
And I also think you might have heard of their manager or coach, whatever they're called.
You know, I'm just really impressed as well.
Is it Michael Checkers?
Talk about him probably living in the shadow of Myler and Keary heading into this tournament. Keary in particular.
Yeah, because his name's called Michael Checkers.
He's almost shared responsibility today. Hasn't all been through Keary, has it?
Yeah.
Keys has stepped up on the side as they convert to 14-0 for Ed Chamberlain.
How are Napoli joined to Bologna?
What a start. Jamaica held them out for 13 minutes, but since then it's been one-way traffic over that goal line. By the way, update on the interchange.
But it took Aberdeen 74 minutes.
Apparently it was a systems error. They were in the right, so he can go off without feeling too guilty about the fact that he's...
Hearts nil, Aberdeen 2.
Interchanges to play with, and leading by 14 points to 0. They're enjoying their day.
I don't know if it is this Thursday. No, there's no. I don't think there's no European games this Thursday. It's set for Arsenal versus PSV.
Jamaica have to find a way of, you know, challenging them physically, but I'm pretty sure they need to move the ball around.
So I've got Napoli on Sunday and I've got Chelsea on Saturday for our game against Man United. So I got
400 appearances nearly with Swinton and Featherstone in the championship. Ellery Hanley mentioned 4 years ago playing for Lee Miners.
Oh, I haven't checked because I decided not to check because I'll get annoyed. But I can check. Don't not tell me. I've got to have a look myself. Please. Please. It's not even starting with him, to be honest.
He's just added the spice to this side. The finishing touches to an already talented Ireland team. He's just coming up with the end of sets. End of players at the end of sets.
But it's this that's impressing me. You know, the 90 metres of a kick, put him in the corner.
It's a base.
Hasn't even been a metre made. They're doing so well at Ireland in terms of just smothering Jamaica.
Which that.
Any sort of ruck speed whatsoever. And on the back, they'll go one more in. And then a long kick, which I'm pretty sure Richie Milo will just swallow up.
Well, here's a kick.
But also Juan Jesus has got to play because Romani's injured. So that's a like for like in that.
Just entering that part of the game, Dave, where fatigue.
Ostergaard, who I think can be a right good player, but just another player doesn't get the chance. And also, do you know what's weird? They're playing Raspadori and playing Ndombele, but not playing Simeone.
Defense today has been absolutely spot on, hasn't it? George King.
Just look at the contrast in width there.
And also, they've got Joshua Zirkzee, who they got from Bayern Munich. Joshua Zirkzee, or Zirkzee, because he's Dutch. Yeah, he's playing up front, and right behind him is Musso Barrow. Musso Barrow. Careful with him, he's got pace to burn. Napoli. Yeah, he's the one that caused a lot of problems because he's got the speed. Oh, I've never heard of him. Oh no, Gary! Oh no, Gary Medell!
He's sitting behind the ruck and seeing where the late defender goes back and picking him off. Great half-back player.
It'll be interesting to watch Harry Rushton here today as well, isn't it? Because he's back.
Oh, it's that keeper, that's Skorupski.
3-year deal, Dave.
Yeah, we'll see how he goes. A bit of business. Ian Watson will be watching.
Oh my.
And Richie Myler should have been watching with a little more.
Ben Jones bit.
His knock on.
Don't let me know that.
Certainly do. His eyes
It'll get
were a
me.
bit, wasn't it? It was great pressure from James Bentley. He done everything right. And the kick in the air, Richie Myler advancing onto it, just losing.
He's the right. He's the right player to do that because of his experience. You know, in the team which would be the right thing to do at the right moment if you give him the ball.
No, you don't really catch a spiral
Yeah.
ball like that above your head, and that's the byproduct.
Yeah.
Jed Corcoran, we saw there the island.
And he's their main person for tries because he's playing as forward.
His side leading as they do and playing as they are, reasonably comfortable in the game, but
But what happened? But the only good thing is every time he comes onto the bench, he's an impact substitute.
in this competition, Siobhan Bailey. What a
So at least he's not coming off the bench and not scoring. He's scoring every game he's come off the bench.
forward. One out of
So-
5 from the Jamaican domestic league in this squad.
Go on!
It's good defence, isn't it?
AJ Wallace closed down, but back he comes.
Quiet, Chamberlain has to smother in there.
Please don't say that side that Napoli beat last week actually got a draw against Spezia.
Spinning it back. Quick hands from Lupton.
They did!
The ball is slid. It's going to go out of play. Out of play.
Yeah, too much on that kick from Ben Jones Bishop. The ID was right. He's seen there that
Because he's old, because he's
so far.
a lot older than he might have been.
And perhaps if he gets that kick right again, there's an opportunity there for a goal, but there's just too much weight on it.
It's only execution, it's the right play, Kyle.
It is.
He's spotted that aggressive defence, he's asking for a pass, a go roll, but I think the kick was on, it was just the execution, he put a bit too much weight behind it.
Yeah. But I just think so far
Fucking hell, 34?
And twice have almost just threatened with a kick.
Jeez. Surprised he's not retired.
Like you mentioned there, but it's evident so far that they're not going to get too many opportunities. So the next one they take for me.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
The other game in this group, by the way, New Zealand against Lebanon, the other opening game in this group. A little later this evening at the HGA Stadium. You can see that on the red button. So we get a sense of, an early sense of where Group C's at by the end of the day. This is taken on by Rushton.
So
Last play.
you got Ben Jones Bishop who plays for Sheffield Eagles, and then you got his brother who plays for Cornwall.
Ben Jones Bishop.
Certainly has, but just look out for the green jumpers now. What they do from here, they've replicated it so far. Open 26 minutes. There's only 1 metre made. Or maybe 5 then as Alex Young just spills out.
Have you seen the big unit?
How many metres they restrict here? This is what I've been so impressed with the Irish side. Once again,
For Jamaica, there's one guy that literally out of every player on that pitch is so tall, it towers over everyone.
There's no way out in the game.
Little run out of dummy half just to break the pattern from Kieran Rush. Scrambling to his feet for that quick play.
And his name
Lawrence now.
and his name is called Youngs, and he's older brother of Dominic Youngs.
And a kick again with Rush.
Even commentators were saying before the game that they would need to watch out for him because of his height and everything, that he can literally dictate a lot of like the lineouts.
Flying off the line, they look full of energy, they're smashing into the forward.
So you don't want to kick high and come up against him because you won't win.
So this is a big job now.
Oh my god, I like. Oh.
If they keep ticking over, it's going to be a long way back.
Jamaica, can you send me some of that that hoodie? That hoodie looks sick.
Energy battle, and you do that normally with your defensive actions. And
I like the hoodie that they wear on the bench for Jamaica.
And just off the back of there, another terrific set. That wave of a green wall that you.
Oh, it looks absolutely nice.
That kick over the sideline. They do look a bit tired at the moment. They're the Reggae Warriors.
Within 25 yards away. Cook at dummy half. Key short pass. King takes it on. 3 tries for the Irish so far. They're going hunting for a 4th here. Down that blind side. Oh, they've lost the ball. And it's Bentley who's knocked it on. And Jamaica pick up.
Jesus, he's big and skinny. Little thing.
It was a hard line, wasn't it? The pass probably wasn't quite where Bentley wanted to be. He has to almost have to turn into it. We just see there. Kieran Rush there. He does a good job.
A Leeds player dropped the ball. I thought I'd never see the day. Ah.
Goro. Prolific try scoring, 28 tries.
You don't want to say that because there's only one team that say that they are, and that's St Helens. They keep saying that.
That's a better kick from Rush. It was the good defence, then a better kick. He's made up for the error.
Mila inside for Innes Senior. Out to Brother Lewis.
So you got two players on the Irish side who play for Leeds, and I think
Island restricted for the moment.
yeah, and I think I'm trying to think of any other team I can remember because I know there's only one player other in.
Warming around him.
Oh,
Athletic. Run forward from Frankie Holton. Bounced away. Myler gets it away. Pass misdirected, but picked up by Lewis Senior again. 3 to go in the
nah.
set for the Irish. Deep
And you
inside
can
the
tell
third.
he's still got the knack when he finished with Sheffield in the championship season with 22 tries and top try scorer for the club.
Up to the line by Keary. Keary with
That's not bad.
closed down and caught by Woodburn Hall.
Yeah,
Jamaica working hard at the moment. They need one more big effort here.
yeah. There's only 3 players in the whole Ireland team that I've heard of.
But Ben Jones Bishop is down. It's a penalty anyway for Jamaica for offside.
Which are the 2 that play for Leeds,
Toby King's little
and the other one is senior.
There was neither here nor there, wasn't it? And Jones Bishop drops on it.
I think-
Keary was called offside.
Is that? I think it is Super League, but I don't know if it might be Huddersfield. It might be Huddersfield.
Right edge. Throwing a lot of shape. Luke Keary, Toby
Trying to make sure because I don't like making myself fit. Make me look like I am stupid or something.
to everything they've thrown at the minute.
That's for myself.
Defining opening 2 games for Ireland at this World Cup. This one here today, and then they play Lebanon next week.
Please say Scotland actually got some points on the board.
If they win both games, then they will be making.
We actually got some on the board.
Fairly safe.
Wait.
New Zealand, the other side.
At least they didn't get nilled. Thank the Lord.
And the seeding would have them playing Australia in the quarterfinals. So it's
Wow.
an intriguing few weeks for the Irish, isn't it?
So
Reward if they can get the world champions.
it's saying here, if Jamaica were to finish second in the group, they'll come up against Australia.
Balanced as well, Dave, throughout the side.
Let's see Luke Keary against his former nation as well. The ex-Australian international. King's made the break here. George King.
There'll be one player that'll be able to sort him out, and his name's Ben Jones Bishop. He'll stick to him like glue.
Quickly, out it comes now. And the kick through is going to be connected. Oh, and the defensive effort again is monumental to make sure that it is Senior ain't going to touch that ball.
Senior,
Although they're having a look at it. They're having a look at it.
yeah.
It's got to be no try on the field, surely.
The
Certainly looked that way up here.
the player that's causing Jamaica all the problems is Senior.
We have no try on tackle 3. Just pause on the kick chase to start with.
People don't get the joke. He said
Offside, Irish
he said Leeds were unlucky, guys, but I was the power cut. It doesn't get the joke with him.
ball, touch and goal. I've seen all of the available angles and I've made my decision.
And you know what's funny? Patrick Bamp.
There we go. Definitively on again. No try. Stays at 14-0.
It's an unconventional
Oh, because I thought there was a senior that played for Huddersfield.
and pushing the face. They did enough. I think the scramble's been terrific. You can't question their effort in this game. I just think they're just lacking a little bit of firepower up front. They can't get any momentum through the middle.
And this is what's going to make you laugh.
Attitude, isn't it, defence?
Patrick Bamford missed the penalty.
Size and physicality, and I just think that, Byrne and King set the platform early on. They brought Hassan.
And Gabriel got himself sent off
And
for
they've
Arsenal.
just lifted it, haven't they? And they've not been able to cope with it. But those senior boys, well, they won't sleep tonight, will they? That's 3 chances now that they've not been able to put.
I only know one player for that because he's ex Sheffield Eagles, which is plays for a league called Nini.
Speaking to one of the coaches through
Yeah.
the week, he spoke about how important it was for this side to create their own identity, earn respect.
James Bentley being James Bentley.
I was going to say, here's
Bentley having another fight, having another scrap.
isn't it?
Who are you scrapping with? Who is he scrapping with this time?
Bentley coming together.
It was only a matter of time, wasn't it, for Bentley?
I bet you it's Haaland. I bet you it's Haaland. I bet you it's Haaland.
And when he gets that part of the game right,
I'm just want to guess. So I'm having fun. Is it? No. Phil! It's Phil Foden! By the assist! And you want to know what's funny? The assist was by Haaland. We've managed to find... Oh, Man City managed to find actually a pairing at... Foo. Ah! Oh, don't tell me that. That's why I'm glad I didn't stream it. I'm glad. I'll be absolutely seething to Mike. But the other difference is Phil Foden scored, so the goal will stand because he's scored the goal.
It's high without much trouble. The ball's kept alive. It's not been touched and it's thrown away by.
Because I already know what's going to happen. He's going to look at a stilled image that makes it look like Alisson's done nothing. Oh no, it's Joshua Zirkzee, a score for Bologna. That's bullshit. How was he meant to do that when Fabinho's actually having to go at him? Oh, typical. No, but you know what's typical? We already know he's helping Liverpool out because he does it for every other team other than us and Man City. He's not like Man City and he doesn't like Chelsea.
James Hassan had a spell over here, though, hasn't he, with Salford and Wakefield?
Yeah. The only thing Haaland should have, the one thing Haaland should have not have done is just push him away and then just continue running with the ball. So basically, he did something stupid there.
5.5 minutes of the half remaining. Ireland threatening to gallop through again. Hassan just had his ankles tapped, but he can still keep it alive. It's Cook who's bumped to the ground.
And then he's just going to miss the sitter.
One more go at this Jamaican line in this set of 6.
I thought Liverpool scored there.
By Keys. He's a big fella. He's senior on that far side, but he's not going to get there. Last touch off him. It's a tap back on the
Liverpool, Man City at 6s and 7s.
Really impressive. From Kiri and that
How has Jota missed that?
And they've also got Richie Myler, so they've got so many.
Oh, it's the post!
The fifth tackle. It's been impressive so far.
It has been good fun so far as well, hasn't it?
Oh my God, no!
The journey that Jamaica
Oh no! Man City are buggered. It looks like Ortega's gonna have to go in goal.
Richie Myler picks it up. And here comes Lewis Senior, who's finding a few gaps down the middle. But Jamaica just...
You know what's interesting? Do you know that Edison's injured?
Yeah, and they've not stopped working. They're working really hard. They're going to have to work hard again, Dave.
Being stretched.
Yeah, it looks like Stefan Ortega's gonna have to come on
Alton.
because he's going through warm-ups.
Picked up by Toby King. And now taken on by Kiri. And Kiri looking to bounce away from defenders and holding that ball away. That's a beautiful...
Oh, is there another try? Another try for Ireland.
It's finished by Chamberlain, but it was all in the creation there. The architect...
Another try for Ireland, folks.
The end result was just beautiful to look on at, and the Irish had their 4th try.
And for the first 36 and a half minutes, Vidal...
And Napoli are losing to Bologna.
He gets the ball and he's just scheming. He schemes across the line and he's waiting for someone to pop out the line. He shows his strength and his skill. And not only to show the dummy we want him, but to flick it off the back, and Ed Chamberlain goes in for a walkover. But Luke,
It was Joshua Zirkzee.
magnificent. When he's not a big fella.
Napoli are wearing the Halloween kit.
Skill off the back of
Gay Napoli wearing a Halloween kit.
You know, for Ireland to get this dominance, waiting for Jamaica's fatigue to kick in before he's really started putting the foot on the throat and exposing this tired Jamaican defence.
Well, we'll be looking to fill his boots in the second half, won't he? As will the Irish collectively. 4 tries in a dominant display in the first 40 minutes. Kick to come, and they are looking good. The Irish Wolfhounds in this World Cup so
Go!
far.
No! You missed it, you cunt! Shoot!
Ireland's had a win against
Oh, you
Scotland earlier
prick.
today, didn't they? And
'Cause I got to watch. I got.
in the qualifiers to actually that tells you a little bit about their pedigree.
See if we can get the conversion, folks. Someone in blue, get your head on the ball.
Attempt of the day here from Ed Chamberlain. The Lee centre, last game he was playing in was Lee's £1 million
Go on.
win over Backley.
Jesus!
Much luck with the boot. I tell you what, if he was
Stroke of genius from Spalletti.
twice now,
But one Jesus
and it reminds
starting, and he's actually gone and scored.
To within 3 scores, so Jamaica not down and out, but Luke Keary
Juan Jesus.
just scheming.
Jesus.
Out the bat, he's just absolutely quality, and it's summed up nicely there by James Bentley. Still having his little battle, Jacob Ogden.
You ain't taking top spot from us, Atalanta.
looking to bring it from deep and taking a risk with the offload from Harry Rushton. They've got away with it. Sure he's
And also, come on, Man City.
will be just trying to persuade him not to do that too often in Super League. Hassan,
Who's a Kanji?
dummy half.
I'm not. It'd be weird if I said I've never heard of the bloke.
Great support here from Keary. Keary's pass inside just on the fingertips of Richie.
Oh, a Kanji. Now I get it now. I just.
He couldn't kick it, he couldn't pass it. And Richie was definitely in front of him. It was right on line with us. It was great play by Keary here, exposing Toby King, showing the dummy. But as we look again,
Why 1-1 at half time when that we should be winning?
that's the one rule in rugby league that you taught from such a young age: be behind the ball carrier. Richie was
Come on, City. Come on, City. Come on, City.
Well, because the situation his side are in. Into the final minute of this.
Guys, put your question in the chat. Like, and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Out it comes. Jamaica. Final touch of the ball in this opening 40 minutes.
Jamaica. 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 Get a try, please.
He's been better at when he's come on, hasn't he? He's given some punch in the middle of the field, Ross Peltier.
Still got a couple of plays to go at least here. 3 plays to go in this set. But they're not finding
Are these Jamaican players just afraid to throw the ball or something?
Jamaicans because Ireland's defence is pretty smart. It's a better carry, but it's a penalty for offside against the
Yeah, but they have only as a team played 25 games, so they're still getting used to it.
goal here.
Yeah, they'll have to take the 2. It's not an easy kick, but you'd expect a kicker, a keeper.
Oh, who's there? It'd be interesting to see who the kicker is for Jamaica.
Cheer from those
Oh.
supporting Jamaica on the terraces at the prospect of this being their opening point.
So who is your kicker, Jamaica?
Kieran Rush, another Huddersfield player.
Nope.
Plenty of those
No, it ain't.
today. He's been on loan at Rochdale.
No, it ain't.
He's not made his Super League debut yet, I don't think.
It is a guy called Kieran Rush, who was a scrum half. Because they're the one.
Taken a while for the
Because they're the ones that do most of the kicking.
kicking tees there. Nothing to wait for. Get on with it, Kieran.
It'd be weird seeing Ben Jones Bishop do it when he doesn't even do it for club.
Why are they bringing the water on? It's half time. They're about to go into the dressing rooms. Yeah.
Because it's Joe. It's Joe Farrell that takes it, but he's also played for Jamaica, but hasn't been picked for this game.
First world
Go on!
ever. Yes.
Yeah! Cheers! Jamaica on the board! Woo! Come on!
Jamaica.
Can the comeback be on in the second half? Come back on! Or am I smoking? Or am I smoking something that's made me go on crack? On crackers.
Half time, Jamaica 2, Ireland 18. And I think we're going to get a bit of reaction down on the field.
And this kicker plays for Huddersfield.
Came at a welcome time, just give you a bit of a lift at half time.
Yeah, you know,
Half time. Ireland 18, Jamaica 2. Hey, some points on the board. And come on, Man City. Oh, guys, I'm gonna be off. I won't be long. Just gonna pop up, quickly.
Pretty well all the game, but thought us attack were a bit clunky in areas. Probably can see that we probably hadn't had a friendly, and but I felt when we did get down there, we kept a little bit of structure. We did get points in the back of it, but we're really pleased with defence that first half.
Thanks, George.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, that's been quite a half. Kyle Amos keeping his steps up and has managed to join us back here. We'll let you get your breath back, Kyle. Ellery, what did you make overall of that first half?
Well, first of all, I think that Jamaica have done extremely well just in regards to that. I think they've defended bravely across the park from west to east. They've really done a good job in terms of keeping Ireland out. They've had so much possession. And when you look at the situation in regards to them having possession, unfortunately for Jamaica, they've been down only in Ireland's half in the 20-metre zone area, twice in the 30-metre zone area. So it's been a difficult job for them, but I like the spirit still because they're still scrambling for each other and they're still working hard for one another.
Yeah, they've been a little bit naive, haven't they, Jamaica, certainly with a defensive makeup at times, but their effort areas are great, as Ashton Golding alludes to there, and they've got the athletic ability to save tries and scramble where they need to, but Ireland's shape and ball movement's been far superior, and that's why they've troubled them back in the half.
You've been purring
Yeah.
a little bit with your Irish hat on
Yeah.
in Coventry. Just take us through to the first try, because it seemed to build for Ireland. They settled into the game. They'd had a couple of chances before they went over.
Yeah, it certainly did. Look, they opened exchanges, they dominated, didn't they? And it was off the back of sorry, they were at the point of the middle of the field there, and they looked to move the ball from left to right. They find that pass over there to Ed Chamberlain, but this was the first one, wasn't it? Where the chance gone begging there for them. But then it was off this. George King supplying the pass once again, and they look to move that ball right and down the side of the field, and it's another great cover tackle over from Alex Young there.
Just using his speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
And his stride length to just save the try, and it's by a whisker, isn't it, that he manages to get his foot into touch. But on both occasions there, strips numerically. But on this one, Richard Myler flips around, he creates a 4-B-3. Ogden bites, he's got number 2 there. You want 1 to get on to 2, 2 to get on to 3. But the Jamaicans just bite a little bit too much, and it's bread and butter for Richard Myler. Just tip on pass and senior in corner. Yeah, one of the things what Jamaica have got problem with, they've got to trust each other on the defence, and instead of trying to bite in, they've got to just trust and hold their shape in defence. I mean, for me, I think what's happened is that Ireland have just been too quick for them in the areas around the ruck area. The speed of the game's too quick. They actually need to be slowed down. I think that's probably the next stage in regards to them understanding international rugby and actually playing in a World Cup as well.
I am now back, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
A little bit. This is a bit of soft aid though from Jamaica. I think when they look back at this, they'll be really disappointed. But George King's a powerful lad, and he's got a lot of discipline here not to just lift his arm and get that double movement. Momentum's enough to take him over, and he's worked really well. You know, we're going to talk a lot about Keys, Myler and Carey, but actually him and Bernard Lane are really...
So let's get you folks a poll
One of the big problems they've got as well is Jamaica.
to vote on for the... See what you guys think of the first half.
Thinking time of the opposition, especially when they're near the line, get low, let's get off the line quickly, and it's just the speed of the line what they're lacking at this moment in time.
It's Ireland's defence that's won this game for me so far. You know, it's 18 points to 2, but their actions, what you do without the ball in the modern day game is so important as well. And I just thought a number of times, Keary just put lovely weighted kicks into that corner, trapping Ben Jones Bishop, but it's what they do off the next 3 players that's so impressive. And it just feels like for Jamaica, they're being smothered all the time. They can't get
Smothered? Jamaica, we need to get a try, and ding dong do the comebacks on.
Is what pulled them apart, but I also think the Irish as well, they've left about 18 points out there as well, I do believe that.
Brendan Verhagen's try, is that another one you put down to slightly...
There you go, folks. This is for you guys to vote on what you guys think of the first half.
Look back on this, and there's some really nice movements, but it's a mixed bag. You get some great tackles, and he just scoots out of the half, and nobody wants to concede tries like that. But you know what
Kyle's talking about is really important. They've built a lot of pressure. They've been in right end of the field for long periods of time. And when you run into that sort of pace, it's hard to stop that close to your line.
It's just too quick, isn't it? Look, you know, Liam Byrne, once again, what they've done really well, Ireland, is they've dropped people back under a number of times, whether it be George King or Liam Byrne, just targeting the same people over. They won a 6 again in that set, and again, it was just too quick, too much weight of possession, and the simplest plays often is the right play, and it's just O'Hagan jumping out and scoring the simplest of 4 points.
Carl, one of the things I think what will help...
Man City.
Once they've got that time in the changing rooms in regards to understanding what they're doing wrong on the footy paddock, slow that ruck area down, just get more numbers in there, make sure they peel off a little bit slower and control that ruck area. Once they do that, they give themselves a little bit of opportunity in regards to making sure that they can have enough energy to attack them.
Luke Keary's influence on this game is growing.
Liverpool are very shite this season.
He was absolutely pivotal to Ed Chamberlain.
Yeah, I think Keys has been great as well. All 3 of them, Myler on the back end of that. And they like to play straight. Keary likes to play straight, take on the line, square himself up. And that for me is how Richard Myler is at his best, when he's at his best, when the R's are playing straight. And you just felt that all the way across the line who was going to challenge the Jamaican team, not getting back on side. Carl's exactly right. They're not getting back there, and Ogden just disconnects himself.
Real Madrid beat Barcelona 3-1.
That gap and just too easy for Irish on the edge.
But once again, they're on the back foot. Look how simple it is for the halfback just to get across the other end of the field. He's almost got to the second defensive man on the far side.
And the goals were scored by Benzema, Valverde and Rodrigo.
Simpler try than that this afternoon, but there's no line speed. There's no... and again, it's just because they're on the back foot. They cannot deal with everything that Ireland's thrown at them at the moment.
Yeah, I think Luke Keary, one of the big factors with Luke is that he comes with a huge amount of experience.
And Union Berlin are beating Dortmund 2-0.
Will suit Ireland. If they're patient, keep the ball, keep on...
Union Berlin are beating Dortmund 2-0.
Jamaica have had their moments, haven't they? They've had, as you said, a couple of times down here. You've talked about them being naive, but will that give them hope, the moments that they have had down here?
It will, but I still think that their biggest problem for me is the ruck area.
Here we go, let's have a look. Their goal difference is 12. There's only one team that scored more goals than Union Berlin this season, and they're not even top. And that's Bayern Munich, who are 5th.
In regards to what to do with the ball, but for me, they've got to sort out...
But I need to have a look at the proper table. Let me have a look at the table properly for this one, because it's not giving me the main info I'm looking at. Here we go. Union Berlin have scored 18 goals, but have only conceded 6, which is the least amount. So they score, but they don't concede a lot.
Well, let's go down to pitch side, because Damien Johnson has found one of the heroes from yesterday, who's a very interested spectator.
Well, one of the heroes from the England team yesterday, Dom Young's joined me. Dom, you very nearly played for Jamaica. Your brother Alex is. What did you make?
And they played 10 games. They've won 7, drawn 2 and lost 1. That is not bad for Union Berlin. Imagine them in Darwin. Darwin.
How close were you to playing for Jamaica?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, they're going to get... Jordan Henderson's going to get run ragged.
I've said, England probably wasn't on my radar, at the start of the year, and I said from the start of the year that I probably would play for Jamaica, but obviously, when the England call came, it was hard to turn down, so I was pretty close, mate.
It's a rip-roaring start for England yesterday.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, last night I couldn't really imagine it any better. To put a scoreline, against a strong Samoa team like that, it was pretty crazy. So. Yeah,
I'm still imagining these in the Champions League. That would be an absolute shock.
How soon will you be back to business this week, preparing for
Imagine a team like Chelsea going to play Union Berlin.
Get back into camp maybe tomorrow and start looking forward to France. So.
Who's actually in their team that's actually doing that well?
What do they have to do to get back into?
Let's have a look at the score while it's half time in this, folks.
Ask a few more questions.
See if there's any.
I think if we can give Alex some ball down the wing, you get some joy. So.
Good to see you, Don. Thanks a lot.
Trying to see if there's any players they've actually heard of that's in their team.
Well, there's one more match in the Rugby League World Cup today. Highly fancied New Zealand are taking.
Jeez, not one of Union Berlin's players. I recognise none of them.
And on Tuesday night we have a not-to-be-missed documentary. Rob Burrow.
And you're not going to believe this. Second is Freiburg and third is Hoffenheim.
And there's another another documentary featuring a rugby legend.
Buying fifth. I still can't believe buying a fifth.
The legendary rugby league player Clive Sullivan.
His achievements were outrageously good.
How did a little boy who dreamed of playing for Wales end up almost unknown in his homeland, but a hero in the north of England?
I think the people who are in charge have a lot to answer for in South Wales.
He's a trailblazer, but an absolute hero.
Clive Sullivan, rugby league legend. Watch on iPlayer.
You got the Rob Burrows documentary on Tuesday.
Ellery, it's wonderful to see Clive Sullivan getting the credit
Because I know you'll be watching that.
he deserves back home.
No question about it. There's so many people look up to him. What a wonderful family he has, and the support what he has from everybody across rugby league, the rugby league family. You know, it's tremendous to see him.
And they're now talking about a rugby league legend.
So athletic, his speed, winning the World Cup as captain. He's been heroic for England.
Not that one. There's a guy who's a trailblazer at the time called Clive Sullivan.
I always remember about him. His speed running down the wing and them securing that World Cup. Brilliant.
I watched the Codebreakers documentary the other day, and it's really interesting seeing the Welsh players, the black Welsh players that have come to rugby league because they were not getting opportunities to play rugby union, and they found a home in rugby league, and he's one.
Clive Sullivan, Billy Boston, Roy Francis, who coached here. Clive and Roy both made history in 1972. Clive obviously being first black captain of any British sport, leading his rugby league team out there, and Roy Francis being first black professional coach. So yeah, inspiring, but for me growing up rugby league it was just normal. But these guys, as Ellery says, champions, and we're hoping, obviously seeing likes of Jamaica and Dom Young playing for England, that we're seeing more
Well,
of those
let's come
guys.
back to this game. Can Jamaica get back into this at all, Ellery?
Yeah, I think that they can give them.
Come on, City. Score, please.
In terms of if they can
Oh no.
territory and make sure that they can.
Oh.
And they've nothing to
So
lose.
City do all that pressing and Liverpool just get a lucky goal.
Make sure that they keep on top of their defence.
Carl, just before you leave, 5 seconds. What happens next?
Oh, look, I think more of the same. I think Ireland do a good job restricting the meters and put some more points on the board.
You get off to the commentary to run Kevin Brown and our rugby league commentator.
So basically it's yeah, but also Edison's injured as well.
Very much the key word here, isn't it, Kev? For Jamaica, got those 2 points on the board. They'll be precious.
So City literally dominate a game for 90 minutes. Liverpool do hardly anything and have one chance to score. That's ball.
That they might just lose it here. They've got to keep a grip and a focus.
I completely agree, there's a danger, but this game's not over yet. If Jamaica come out, I was listening to what Dom Young said, I completely agree with him. If they throw the ball around a little bit more and ask a few more questions, and turn up with that same defensive attitude and keep turning them away, they're still in.
But Liverpool are still shit. Where are they going to be? Where are they in the league?
From Ireland, and you'd expect them to kick on, but Jamaica won't be coming out here to make it respectable. They'll be coming out here to try and win this game.
Well, it's a similar scoreline to England-Samoa yesterday, and indeed Australia-Fiji at this stage of the game yesterday. Jamaica will be hoping that this doesn't blow out, that they can get themselves back into this match. But the Irish are looking to build, get themselves revved up for a second half and for a World Cup that could be glorious for them.
Ha!
George King.
Liverpool are well off the pace. They're only going to go up to 8th.
The ambitions of Ireland, and he looked me in the eye and said, "Win it. We want to win it." I mean, you've got to bring that ambition in, haven't you?
Well, you have, and no one expected, them to turn up like they've done today. They've turned up fantastically well with so many good players.
Liverpool, you shouldn't be 8th.
You've got to believe you can win the competition to be in it. No one's expecting, Ireland to do it apart from the players themselves. When you look at what they've got, the talent they've got available, if they turn up every game and play to their potential, they have a chance in every match.
Here's Kiri, undoubted potential star.
Oh, that's going to be a tricky game for Liverpool on Wednesday.
But Jamaica in familiar territory
West Ham.
here, starting their set within about 10-15 metres of their own line, and a lot of hard.
And West Ham are starting to get a bit of form going.
It's relentless. There's been so many things about this Irish side to be happy about, and I think the kicking.
Man City, who do you got? Oh yeah, Man City don't play this week.
And it's give his forward
their game got called off because Arsenal are playing PSV.
Sorry for him a little bit because it's been the same over and over again, and they just can't get any momentum.
So Man City's next game's on Saturday and they play Brighton.
There's going to be a kick. Late-ish in the tackle count.
And Arsenal, do you play next Southampton away?
Senior with a chance to test the chase of that Jamaican defensive line.
And Shitty are Spurs. Manchester United. Oh, that's candy for us. Let's go and get a win. We can catch up with Spurs.
Well, I had a quick word. The message from the Jamaican dressing room: can't knock the defensive effort, but we need to get better field position and ask their defence some more questions. Jed Corcoran very happy with his Irish side. We start again though.
James Milner missed.
It's 0-0. Happy with the stats, good running meters, few missed tackles, more of the same, please.
Here's Chamberlain looking to open them up. Lost the ball.
Great scramble once again. We saw this a few times. Carl mentioned it.
Why is Fulton literally beating up Mo Salah's backside, saying, "Oh, Mo Salah scored a special goal"? Anyone can score a goal when the keeper's rushing at you and you just dink it over them. Anyone can score that goal. Come on! Napoli! Ow! We are toppies! We're toppies! Shove it up, you Bologna! Shove it up, you Atalanta! Napoli gonna win Serie A!
First Irish-born head coach, Jed Corcoran. What an honour for him. Former Halifax Tuesday.
Way! Get in there, Chucky!
As a player, he was actually in the World Cup squad in 2008. Now he's coaching.
That guy's getting on form at the blooming the right. Oh my God! How have you scored from a tight angle like that?
He's been kept an absolute minimum, and that is a knock-on and a ball steal. But knocked on in the process.
Come on, City! Come on, City! Come on, City!
That's a slight variation in the rule as well. It didn't come off there, but in the Super League, we're used to seeing it has to be one-on-one throughout the entire tackle process to be able to steal it. But
Do you think City will score?
you can have 2 or 3 in there, but as long as they drop off, the last man remaining can try and steal.
Yeah, it's a smart rule, and I think we saw Cameron Munster come away with one-on-one the other day. If you can master that technique and players drop off, we saw Josh Hudson at Canberra. He was the master of it.
Oh, that's a lovely little dummy throw.
Come on, Jamaica!
This is encouraging for Jamaica, isn't it? What can they do off the back of this? Peltier going forward now, the most capped Jamaican player out there today. He's been part of the side since 2011. They got a penalty as well.
Gets the penalty.
Bentley.
We had another go at the one-on-one. Not quite mastered that.
Well, anytime Jamaica have got down there, we saw right at the end, they took the 2 off the back of the
Oh, don't tell me that, because I don't need that,
discipline. You get another chance.
Got a captain's chance.
No, I don't believe that, no way.
Okay, replay coming up here now. Just looking at whether there's 2 men in the tackle when the ball is stripped.
Come on, get it out, Red! Thank God for that.
Just did an angle there to see where the player down the legs drops off, just seeing whether there's 2 up top.
Get Red! Oh my God, Bourne, you've scored.
One more angle there to show
And stupidly enough, Musa Barrow actually shot from 30 yards and he went for Alex Merrill's gloves. From 30 yards.
Never let the forwards make the captain's challenge, AK.
The shot was literally right at him.
So difficult for the referees, but how difficult is it for the players to realise that everyone has touched? Stop going, Kyle's laughing and I never let him catch his chest.
I'm celebrating this.
Oh, it literally went through his gloves. He literally had it in the position to catch it. And he still went through him. What? Alex Merritt usually be dropped for that.
You didn't even know what the decision was. Oh, wow. It was an Irish challenge, and now Ireland have lost their captain's challenge. You get one again. If you're successful, you keep it. If you are unsuccessful, that's it.
Well, that's good from George King, isn't it? Just shutting down Ash Golden's thinking time and space.
Out by Rush. Little search back down the middle as well. Jamaica are heartened at the moment.
Come on, Jamaica.
Again, Golding. Oh, it's come through the hands of Peltier, but it's kept alive. It's come
What?
across to Jacob Ogden.
This is better.
Well, they've still got one play to go. The grubber kick, it bounces around. It's dropped on. I think it's Myler who's underneath that in the end.
Has something happened?
And Ireland just survive a scary moment there. Jamaica
Ah.
there. That changes the complex of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's a great position to turn the ball over.
Come on, Man City, can you please score?
Off the line like Ireland have done in the first half, and not do this and give penalties away.
Yeah. That's just too easy for Ireland, isn't it? Just to get out their own end there. Play one, you've just done a perfect end to the set, really. In terms of where you turn the ball over, I mean, a metre or so off the line, and then you just give a cheap penalty away, and Ireland, well, they'll just start the set 30 metres away from their own end. And one thing this Irish team have found all too easy against Jamaica, it's just making metres, you know. Looking at the stats there, they've made almost 3 times as many metres as their opposition.
Here's Rushton. Josh Cook out of dummy half. Keys trying to make a bit of magic happen, but it was a knock-on. Conjurer's trick not quite going the way he would have wanted it to, so Jamaica get it back again, and there's just a few things going Jamaica's way here.
Yeah, they just need to get some points, pour some points. We saw the reaction from the crowd when 2 points went over at half-time, just before half-time. If they can get this crowd and the energy and feed off this energy, this game's not over, but they need to score next, and I think they need to score in the next 5 or 10 minutes, Dave. Really make a contest early on in the second half.
Self-belief makes such a difference, doesn't it? Suddenly, all that fatigue from the first half dissipates if they can get themselves on the front foot with a score, and a pass just bounces away from Agoro. That's a real shame, because it would have been wonderful to see Mo Agoro in full flight there, given the opportunity.
The execution again, isn't it?
He was knocked down by the winger senior.
It looks like
Yeah, he's finally got his comeuppance.
Yeah, good eyes, Gab.
Oh, he's finally got his comeuppance. Jurgen Klopp shite. But I bet he'll be complaining, saying, why have you not done that to Pep?
Too many Irish arms around him.
I think he's lost that there.
There's a lot to play on. Golding out of dummy half again.
Is that just him moaning or something?
Keithley Cougars prop forward. They've had a fantastic year with promotion. Golding again. Now with Woodburn Hall. Takes the line on himself, but the Irish door slams close in his face. It's another set of 6 there for Jamaica. Well, what's he doing? What's he doing? That's an absolute brain explosion from Ashton Golding. Ireland get it back. They had another set of 6.
Yeah, perhaps it was just too late, wasn't it, for Golding? He'd already made his mind up before he heard the klaxon go in the background. It's not what was needed, was it? All wanted.
It's great defence, though. There's a great battle going on this edge. James Bentley and Jacob Ogden been getting stuck into each other. We saw the shirt pulling contest before. They're flying into each other.
This is better from Jamaica. It's what they can do in these next 2 or 3 plays. For me, they'll just show me enough evidence that they might go on and make this game a bit more of a contest.
There's an incredible lift in energy and an incredible lift in self-belief here from this Jamaican side. Ireland need to wear them down again, but they're on to the last play here, the Irish, and they're still deep inside their own half. So how good is Keary's boot? Agoro with a catch. Here comes the return.
Oh, it's good footwork, isn't it, there? Gets on the outside of Byrne, checks him up, rocks him on his heels, finds his elbows and knees. Greg Johnson taking over now.
There is an encouragement to put good footwork on, isn't there, when Liam Byrne is staring you down.
This is better from Jamaica. This is a real good period. Back the defence up.
As always often in rugby league, you will get momentum and waves of it. It's what you do with it, though, that's so important.
Golding spins it out. Kieran Rush helps it on its way. Ben Jones Bishop. Taken in by Tomlinson. Keenan Tomlinson. 25 away, but only 1 play to go. So Golding has to be patient. Slow playing the ball, not what they needed, Jamaica. Now they get a kick. Rush puts it high. Myler's got his eye on the ball, never took it off it. Safe catch, never under any doubt. No real pressure on him either.
No real pressure, but territory rise, where they're handing the ball over, it's good. You just need to really tighten and compress this lineup now.
Come on, City, can you please score?
Really hard for this field position, Dave, and stay in this fight, because at the minute they're just nudging it in the second half.
Well, they're firing the big cannons out of the guns here to try and get themselves to break down this Jamaican wall. Scamper out of dummy half from Toby King. Offload as well. Myler's there in support. Still 30 minutes left to play. Plenty of time for this game to unravel, and maybe it's unraveling here as Rushton makes that powerful break. Keary's in support, dragged down superbly by Woodburn Hall. Got down and got back really well, but the Irish have one more play. Myler flicks it out, and over in the corner goes...
Another try for Ireland, folks.
His second for the senior family today, and it's a heartbreak for Jamaica.
Yeah, it's a heartbreak, and there's a heartbreaking back play, and it's Ashton Goulding. He's banged his arm on his shoulder, and he was trying to get back, and he was showing that desire, but it was Luke Keary again who just, you know, he backed up the Harry Rushton, plays the ball, finds the quick play the ball. What a game Toby King's having, Kyle.
Yeah, he certainly is. Look, 2 plays earlier, supplied Richie Myler with that offload, then got involved again. Give it there to Harry Rushton. And off the back of it, Richie Myler picking the ball up at his laces. That is a wonderful piece of skill, that. To be able to bend over, can't that off his shoelaces, but find the pass on the end there in a split second. That's brilliant. Lewis Senior there just waltzes over.
And that's the extra little bit of skill you get when you have Richie Myler as your fullback. Luke Keary got caught with the ball, and Myler just filled in as that first receiver, that ball playing role that he has done a long time for Leeds Rhinos and Warrington Wolves. And he just summed it up perfectly. Senior this time does go in for the try, but it's all down to the creativity from the spine.
Well, Jamaica need to regroup now.
And swap kickers here, Dave, as well.
Yeah, Chamberlain been taken off. He only managed 1 from 4. Ed Chamberlain, so Hughes takes over. And keep up this record. Oh, it's in the post, yes he can! It's a hat-trick of post hits. Sponsor the post kickers.
Yeah, we're just seeing this play again. Richie Myler. Greg Johnson caught in
What the heck? Mo Salah going up for Trent?
in his opposite number there, Frankie Holton.
That is weird.
Look at the coach, he applauds that as well. But it was just all the ruck recognition, wasn't it? Spoke about Jamaica being spirited for that 5-minute period, but the ruck recognition from their outside backs to just keep rolling, keep down the middle, in between the scrum lines, getting those offloads away. Well, it paid dividends for them in the end.
5 kicks at goal and 3 of them have hit the post. Wonder if that's a World Cup record. Great offload, great offload. Ireland suddenly have their confidence back, have their fluidity back again here.
Yeah, there's a danger now. There's 32 missed tackles, you know, to just 11 for Ireland, and this is where they're just powering through the middle, standing up in contact like we see Harry Rushton do again here, and they're playing the ball far too quick.
He's testing out that Jamaican defensive line again as Cook takes it just inside the other half of the field. Keys, Keary. He's made more meters than anyone today, hasn't he?
He's been exceptional, hasn't he?
Look, Keary. Kick is from Keys. Jones Bishop catches safely. Ireland's defence is up there very quickly. Jamaica have to be a little sharper here, don't they?
Yeah, they just need to chance their arm a little bit. This is clearly not working. You're sending some big athletes, some very, very quick men into the middle. They're just getting bent backwards. They need to move the ball, express themselves a little bit. They're 20 points behind and they need to chase points.
They're probably just a bit fatigued, Kev, aren't they? And you can't get back, set or shape any behind the ball at all. And you result into 1-out carries, largely looking for their outside backs to get them going forward. Watch they've done here again. It's a little bit better then. Perhaps need a bit more push there on the end of that. But it's a quick play of the ball from them, and they'll get this kick away at the 40.
Tomlinson's done well. The kick away is from Woodburn Hall. It's downfield. It's a good range as well, as long as it doesn't roll out of play. Oh, it's perfect. absolutely inch perfect.
Well challenged, Jamaica.
And that shows their intention, the kick and the chase. Well, they are fatigued, but the chasing down, the Rash Goulding included. He strapped that left elbow up and he's battling on for his Jamaican brothers.
Still 25 minutes left to play here.
But it's this that's killing them at the moment, lads.
King again, offload. So they carry on the gallop.
Just look how much ease they roll down
Cook's
the
going to
field.
have a go at a dummy half. Myler's up there with him as well. Slips it away to Keys. Step back on the inside from Chamberlain, but he slips. Here's Cook again. Straightened up by James McDonald. He'll be here next year, McDonald. Signed from Wigan. He's signed for Leeds next season. They are spreading their wings and they're finding their wings again. But Agoro with another big effort. Somehow it's kept alive. The way's opening up for Keary. The offload is picked up nicely. The little kick through, and Toby King is going to be first there. Harry Rushton, the kick magician, putting it on a plate for Toby King.
Another try for Ireland, folks.
Well, that's the try of the night, isn't it? That's the best one we've seen so far. The spread on the fifth tackle. The combination of Joe Keys and Luke Keary providing a little bit of space for Innitt. And then Luke Keary just makes another break again. But the skill at the end from the front rower, we've said it'd be nice to see what Harry Rushton's all about. We see it, the link up, the winger's gone back, and it was good defence by the winger. I mean, see the number 2, he gets under the ball. Unfortunately, he gets his arm free, and Keary, like he's done all night, he's just been a threat with the ball. One that handed offload than this, Kyle. Have you ever done anything like that when you was playing front row?
Oh no, certainly not. But look, it all looks good, doesn't it? Everybody just turning up. Sometimes in the game, it doesn't always have to look pretty. Luke Keary there taking the line on once more, gets a scruffy offload away. And that kick there, well, it's just perfect for Toby King. But I'll go back to the very start of that set, off the back of that fantastic kick from Jamaica. It turned over an inch shy of the dead ball line. And look where the ball ends up in 5 plays later. The Jamaican side has stood behind the sticks once again as Joe Keys looks to convert.
Hit the post, Dave.
He's got to hit the post. He's got to hit the post. They'll be disappointed if he doesn't. He's put it through. I think they're booing the fact that he's kicked it.
Well, I mentioned it at half-time down in the studio that I felt the game was going to be an exact carbon copy, and I haven't been proven wrong. It's just the sheer weight of possession that Ireland are having, and even when they're coming out their own end, their ability just to find quick rucks. Toby King's been exceptional this second half.
He's showing his class
Yeah,
now,
he
isn't
certainly is. Getting in between people, providing a bit of second phase, and it just means that you're on the back foot, you're chasing your tail. It's an awful place to be.
Well, there's a real brotherly symmetry to this game now, because in the first half, Ireland's opening tries came from Lewis Senior and George King. And in the second half, their tries have come from Innes Senior and Toby King. So, all the brothers on the score sheet now.
Yeah, they're all having pretty good games.
Another set of six here as well.
They took Joel Bishop off, you absolute Jamaican twats.
Though again, I don't mean to repeat it, but for our viewers at home, just look at where Ireland start with the ball and where they end up. The game is all about meters and territory. And there's a shift here coming now from left to right through Keys.
Keys, oh, Byrne, left it on the floor.
Oh, not that guy.
Jamaica get it back.
Lee Byrne will be disappointed
What?
with that. Yes, his role's there to run a line off Keys, but he has to expect the ball.
Come on, Jamaica.
It's another set of 6. Picked up by Alex Young. Knock on, no advantage.
We nearly got a chance to see Alex Young open his legs up. We've not quite seen his speed yet.
They're only going to be 8th. They're only going to be 8th.
The ball's passed there, it's touched by the Irish player and goes backwards. It's playing on it.
Yep, so they're going to be, so they are literally, they are 8th, and they're literally level on points with Brentford, Bournemouth, and 1 point ahead of Fulham, and 1 point behind Brighton.
That's how you do a captain's challenge.
Who did that one, Kyle?
I'm not even getting involved this time round. I'm already.
So literally 1 defeat for Liverpool, and someone else wins, and they could drop down the league like a stone.
Doesn't make a lot of difference, actually. they were playing an advantage, so it would have been Jamaica's head of feed.
And they play West Ham, and if West Ham beat them, West Ham go above Liverpool. Get it?
The challenge.
They've done themselves a disservice. That's right. It was tackled too.
Well, they keep the challenge, Ireland, but
Is that no, is that true? That Diego Jota's on the stretcher?
Better shape, Dave.
yes. Here's goal.
That's Liverpool shut down the shit pad because he's their best player.
Last play of the sixth.
No, but he's the one who.
Coming up next. So Rush
But you've also got to think.
whacking
You got to think if it's not for Jota, a lot of the goals by Firmino wouldn't happen because he always assists, gives the assist.
the day for the Irish and get them back in play.
Brilliant positioning.
Did he just fall awkwardly or something?
Well, he'd like to have caught that on the full, don't get me wrong, but all good full-backs, they smell danger, don't they? And he's there to clean up for his teammate.
It's great pressure from Mo Agoro. He's been sensational.
No, boy! No, boy! No, boy!
But again, he's home city. So again, another reason. If he needed another reason to sparkle on this stage.
Oh! It says here that Jota is down with cramp and will have to be withdrawn here. So he literally got injured because he had cramp.
It's going to finish under the sticks, is it? No, it's not. Because back came Alex Young with a heroic challenge.
Come on, Napoli. Osimhen!
Looks like he's hurt there.
Victor! Osimhen! Come on! You ain't denying us the league title, Bologna shite. Get it, Victor! Victor Osimhen! True. Oh, full time of ball. Oh.
Certainly does.
I'm surprised. I heard you said penalty and I thought, would that be to Man City or something?
And in there, Woodburn Hall on Cook. And he wasn't happy with it, was he?
I don't get why you said penalty.
Well, Cook there looked like he was running in treacle, didn't he, when he was away?
So Liverpool had one good chance the whole entire game and scored it.
Last play. He's gone for tackle for to last play very quickly.
What an assist! Rafa Scalia. Woo.
Infringement already occurred.
Took the superstar off now, Luke Keely.
But City at this point are not going to complain and be annoying like that because that's the only game they've lost all season. So they're not. If they go on a bad run, then I think they'll be worried. But they've only lost one game.
What a quality player Luke Keely was. I think it's a smart decision, Kev. I agree with you to wrap him up.
They'll play Brighton on Saturday and we'll literally batter them at home.
Later on, we haven't seen them in this competition so far, so we'll reserve judgment on what they are going to provide. But how good is this island team?
Apparently it says here that Jota's appeared to hurt his hamstring.
Of course they are. I think they've got the talent. You know, George King summed it up.
There's a lot of players coming down with hamstring injuries.
But you can see the green shoots when they put it together. They look fantastic. What a battle.
And the reason why a lot of players in the Premier League are getting injured a lot is due to the fact that so many games are getting played so quickly, which doesn't help.
Chamberlain, but it didn't quite come his way.
Well, there'll be bigger tests ahead, won't there, for Ireland? There's no doubt about that. But today, they've done a fantastic job, a professional job.
Wow, Arsenal have got a 4-point gap over Man City.
Woodburn Hall just desperately hacks it downfield. And they're going to let that one roll dead. That one rolls dead. Tap back on the 20.
No.
20 minutes to go. They just need to.
Because he still can't moan and be happy at winning that game because they couldn't win any other games. They couldn't even beat Brighton. You could beat Man City, but why can't you beat Brighton?
Well, they're wondering what's going on there.
Could you want?
Jermaine Coleman.
That's funny.
Look, I just get a sense now that this is an opportunity that Ireland are going to take. They'll lay a point, get round the middle of the field, and then overload the side with numbers, I believe, and just pick this side off here.
There's McDonald with a first surge, and there's 5 more of those to come, one way or another. Maybe with a little more subtlety down the line, but not on this occasion. Jolliffe takes it in and is even closer. A dummy half is Cook. Footwork put on, but Jamaican defence is good. The wrestle is...
There's one thing that we can say. There's one thing that we can say with Liverpool. Not beating Palace is for everyone.
But back they come with more. Keys with a pass.
Because they haven't beaten Palace. Oh, another try for Ireland, folks.
Ireland scoring again. Romping away with it now.
Yeah, and Joe Keys with the ball there, the tunnel ball, straight out wide. Fantastic play. I think it's just letting him express himself.
And Arsenal, we got lucky because Patrick Bamford couldn't score a penalty.
Scenery benefits from that. Carl called it, said they'd start one side, they did start one side, and that's a great ball, exposing aggressive defence. And then Chamberlain, who's fluffed a couple of chances tonight, sums that one up.
Yeah, you know that because you told me that today. You're the one who's tell me that.
Squares back up and draws the half-back in there for Senior to score that try. But there was around 6 or 7.
Yeah, I watched the replay. It was... So, the referee called for a free kick, which was the incident in question. Because of the player passed the ball back to Pope, Ronaldo thought, oh, he's took the free kick. I'll go and nick the ball off of Pope and put it in the back of the net. But it turns out the referee did not blow the whistle. That meant the free kick was not taken. But Man United were saying he already touched the ball, so it should have been a goal. So they were trying to con the ref. Because you see players all the time for free kicks. If the ball's not where it's exactly supposed to be, you do see players passing it to a player for them to go and take the free kick. That's what Newcastle player was doing. But Ronaldo thought that player who passed the ball to the keeper already had took the free kick. So basically he doesn't know the rules. Do not sing that song. That song is shite. That song is shite. And Man United's next game is Tottenham.
These big fellas just keep coming and coming, don't they?
Ashton Goulding. I'll be asking Ian Watson, can he do a bit of full-back work in the pre-season, I think. He'll be sick of playing hooker.
Tangle himself again here, Holton.
Oh my God, Haaland's already on 15 goals as top goal scorer already.
I think it's McDonald now that takes over. He's not dealt with properly. Another quick rook, and that's just been, it's been deja vu all night for this Jamaican side.
And then Byrne with 5 big boppers have eaten up the yards in this set. And it gives an opportunity for Keys to launch.
But I found something else different to that.
And it is attacking. It's knocked down. I think it's forward.
But they know that everyone's not got that, so they might do another option on that one.
They just strode downfield, the Irish.
Yep. There is, because it says here BBC Red Button and also BBC iPlayer.
And some chances. But you look at the total metres gained, over 1,600 for Ireland and under 700 for the Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what they've done. Because you know the game on Tuesday between Tonga and Papua New Guinea, that's on BBC Three.
And like we're seeing now, it's just been dominance defensively from Ireland.
This is again, this is the most pleasing thing about watching Ireland here today. Whether you're associated with the team or just a fan tuning in, what they've been able to do against Jamaica is just restrict the meters, find more energy in their carries, and ultimately score more tries.
Good offload, good slip, good opportunity. Knock on. Too many knock-ons in the end. It's a knock-on, I thought.
Another challenge here, Dave.
Another one, captain's challenge. We love it. We love it.
The captain's challenge.
Yeah, actually, director, just looking to see whether there's a Jamaica knock-on on tackle 3. He has possession of the ball here. He offloads that backwards. It comes backwards off Jamaica there. Ireland now knock the ball forward.
Matias Oliveira coming on for Mario Rui.
And the whistle is blown. It'll be mutual infringement. A 0 tackle, Jamaica to play the ball. So the challenge is successful.
Good at challenges there.
Come on, Napoli. Hang on in there, please.
And over. Back to 0. Here's Golden. Joe Brown.
Get in there, Chelsea women's won 3-1.
Wonderful career at Newcastle Thunder in Joe Brown. Across the Pennines, Workington these days.
Oh, bugger off, Manchester United.
Golding stands and waits again. Lawrence.
Oh, and bugger off Aberdeen shite.
Johnson, and we know that he can motor. Just has his ankles taken away from him by Liam Byrne. Rush opposite back on the inside.
Aberdeen shite.
Last throw of the dice. 15 metres out. What have they got?
Come on, Jamaica. Score, please. Oh.
Oh, referee says play on. I thought the Keys had knocked that on, but the referee says no. And now they get it back again.
You get the feeling if they are going to score a try, it will come from a kick. The defence from Ireland just looks too good at the minute. And the attacking shapes just don't look like they can open them up. Kieran Rush nearly got the ball through like he did in the first half with that left foot. I think if they did score a try, it'd be the loudest cheer of the day.
Yeah, without doubt, Kev. Look, I've got to be honest here, I just think what Jamaica have been thrown at them, you know, it's been almost a training drill in terms of, you know, defending their own line, hasn't it, for Ireland? There's not been enough quality in there in that final third of the field for Jamaica to unpick this Irish defence.
Come on.
Well, they might be labouring at the moment, but they're, as we've been saying all night, a real success story for Jamaican Rugby League just to be here, of course.
Yeah.
And what it's doing for the game back in Jamaica, growing and growing. There's 5 players from the Dehaney Park Red Sharks who are in this squad. One of them playing tonight, Siobhan Bailey. And one of them, Abivia MacDonald, who's these days playing with the London Scholars, but came through as a Jamaican player in Jamaica. It's a lovely story. He was a footballer back in the day, but he switched to rugby league because of what he called an instant fascination with the shape of the ball. Don't you love that? You've got to love a rugby league ball.
Gotta love it.
Aberdeen, you shite bastards. You can bugger off.
The task that was set ahead of him and his side in terms of sort of progressing through these group stages, he understood that they were unlikely to do so. But for him, it was all about building for the 2025 World Cup. Only 3 years away in France due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's so important that these players get valuable experience. The one thing that he mentioned as well was those Caribbean links that they have here in the community at Leeds was hopefully inspiring one of those young kids there to pick up a ball, get involved, to provide players for future for Jamaica. And they've certainly tried, haven't they? Bucket loads of effort, but just not enough quality and smarts there really. This Irish side have been all dominant.
There's a lot of good work going on in Ireland as well. A lot of these players here playing through heritage. Here's an opportunity to add a few more points from O'Hagan, who's dragged to the ground, trying to play it quickly. Myler picks it up sharply.
Also want to hit a line here.
Here we go, long and wide. It bounces up to Chamberlain, who's pointing the way on the inside for MacDonald, and MacDonald's going to find his own route. There he goes.
Another try, folks, for Ireland.
Might have closed up, but MacDonald's ambition wasn't going to end there. And Ireland push ahead even further.
Well, it all comes off the back of a quick ruck, doesn't it? And once again, Richie Myler with the ruck recognition this time, just gets out, steps hard off his left foot, travels across, he's looking to introduce somebody. And we just see there, he gets out, has a look for himself, scampers across the line, throws an awful long ball over the top, and it finds there Ed Chamberlain. He points back inside to MacDonald, and you know, I think I've been really impressed with him tonight. He's been so strong with ball in hand. A big left arm fend there, we just see he gets pushed out, and he's able to have enough strength and determination about him just to get this ball down as Ireland edge towards the forward.
They're finally taking a Bobka shite off.
Between two people, just pushes off Jacob Ogden.
I think that's the big thing for Ireland as well. The bench that have come on today, James McDonald included, have been fantastic. Well, they've got Robbie Mullen to come back into this, Keenan Brand, so they have got squad depth too. That can be crucial when you go into the deeper stages into this competition.
You talk about Jamaica, Dave, building for the World Cup down the road. Well, John Cochran came into this as well, saying that perhaps more experienced players in 2017 left out as he looked to youth and rebuild. It certainly looks promising, doesn't it?
Oh, he nearly hit the post again. Nearly hit the post again. Put it wide, 38 points to 2. And there's a game developing there in Ireland, isn't there? They have two national teams, don't they? They have this national team that plays at this level, but they've also got a domestic national team that is gaining a lot of valuable experience playing against amateur teams over here and developing the game in Ireland so that there'll be more and more Irish-born players in the years to come, not just heritage players.
Absolutely, and that's the challenge for most of the nations, isn't it? Scotland, Wales, Jamaica, Ireland in there too, like you mentioned, Dave, is to find a pathway for those players who were born over there in Ireland, who are Irish through and through. As you know, many of these players are playing for heritage, aren't they? But to grow that game in Ireland and produce players on the world stage, well, that's the end goal, isn't it?
I think that's why we've been so excited to have this home World Cup. The legacy it might leave, like you said before, to inspire the next generation to come through and play for the countries and aspire to play for the countries.
Come on, Jamaica, at least get a try.
Kyle Amor, you made your Irish international before you'd ever been to Ireland, haven't you?
That is true, yes. Yeah.
So the more Irish-born players we can get, the better. Oh, this is good. From Keys.
He's been fantastic tonight, hasn't he, Keys?
Don't forget, you two, by the way, you've got a man of the match to pick here. Here's Byrne. Bentley from dummy half. It's going to swing out. Milo with a kick to the corner. Aguro is isolated, but it's knocked on by an Irish hand. Sat back on the 20.
You mentioned there about picking the man of the match. Well, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it? There's been a number of good performers across the Irish side.
0, move, all, go, 0.
Jamaica lost the ball.
It's just great defence against James McDonald.
Captain's challenge.
They may as well. I think they'll be struggling.
No.
Well, no, you mentioned there the defence, Kev. And it's just aggressive, isn't it? It's smothering. And I just think it's been fantastic there. Ireland have dominated the field, haven't they? They've upped their ante in defence, attacked their attack when they have been able to do so. That occasion there showed it, all evidence was there. And you'd imagine there's a set pre-planned move coming on here through Joe Keys.
They've loaded the numbers on that left-hand side. We know which way it's coming from. Steady Manson is trying to get the crowd worked up here in the closing stages.
What a find he's been. Frankie Holton there, playing his trade at OKR. 27-year-old.
Classic case of talent in the championship, isn't he, Frankie Holton?
Yeah.
26, late developer in respect to playing in Super League, but Tony Smith saw something on him, and he has delivered. And that took a Jamaican touch, so I think this is going to be Ireland will get the ball back again here.
Super aggressive defence there, Jamaica.
Oh, Aussie man.
To Ireland, 20 metres out. Another more pressure really. They're going to opt to go centre of the field to play the ball.
Skipper George King, who helped get things underway with his try back in the 16th minute, starting things off again here. And the Irish are pushing close. We're going to get your man of the match in just a second, fellas, but let's just have a look how this develops in the meantime. Bentley searching for a bit of glory and finds it.
Way, you'll be happy.
One thing on his mind when he picked that.
James Bentley scored.
I want to score a try. And he has done just that.
Yeah, it's very similar to Luke Keary.
In that case.
He starts scheming across the line. He puts it in his two hands. He shows the dummy, and he's just got too much pace and too much strength to go through. And I think he deserves that. He's had a terrific game, Bentley. No, he's 30 tackles, no misses. No, he's not had much possession or much opportunity. The ball's gone the other way more often than not. But when he does get a chance there, shows the ball. It's Kieran Rush who shoots out the line. And Ashton Gourley with all that defence he's done so far in this game. Over 50 tackles there, Ashton Gourley, and that's his 54th or 55th attempt. So yeah, you can forgive him for missing that one.
Well, he's getting used to playing in that position then, isn't he, Ash Golding? Those are Hooker's numbers, aren't they? That kind of defensive defensive effort. Keys here, settling himself in. And he has kicked it. 44 points to 2. So Kebra, your man of the match.
Yeah, there's been a few. There's been a man on the pitch there. Joe Keesy's been pretty good. James Bentley. I think the captain George King's been fantastic, but for me I've been blown away with Luke Keary. I think he's been sensational. You know, the metres he's made, 133 metres, he's been a threat with the ball every time he's carried it. He's created so much for his teammates, and he just looks composed. He is the icing on the cake for this Irish side. Lots of effort, but he's got the skill. I think he's been fantastic there.
Well, have the Irish finished yet? Or have they got more to deliver? Dominant. And a break on. Suddenly they're going, Myla back on the inside, Keys. Full set of 6 to have a go. Bentley. Myla, skipping through, just took a bit of a tap and a slip. Otherwise he might have gone the distance. Bentley, one-handed pickup. King! I think he got excited.
He's had a great game, but get him off. You can't do that as captain. He's had a fantastic game. Disappointed with that one. He saw the try line. He scored a great try before when he passed his way over. Can you look at it the same again? He saw Bailey, number 22, in his eye line.
Burns, one of the matches just being announced now. Oh, and it seems to have gone down well, Kev. I think you made the right decision. Oh, there he is.
He's happy.
I wonder if he thinks there's a check involved. Hence the smile. Hate to disappoint him.
Kyle said he'll get him something.
Last minute of the game. Shot clock still counting down, 15 seconds, but it's academic because in it goes and out it comes, and Keys and King, Toby King, flicking it back, Bentley. This should be the last set now.
Who?
Would love to punch through to a half-century score.
I'm not saying anything.
Just in case points difference becomes an issue. And they're going to get another one here, I think. Despite the best...
Oh, another try for Ireland, folks.
Huge frame over that try line. The score list is getting longer and longer. Ireland are filling their boots.
They are, and they're getting very smart when, you know, this aggressive defence is coming up and in. You see the defence here in a minute when the replay comes on. And it's Joe Keys and Frankie Alton who just sum it up fantastically well. You know, he gets the ball, he sees the defence coming up, and he just drifts outside of it. Woodburn, or the defensive player for Jamaica. And we'll see it from a better angle here. Number 6, he's just ball watching, he drifts on the outside of him. And I think that's, you know, a great reward for a fantastic game from Frankie Alton.
I think he's the 9th try scorer. I'm losing count here. Losing count, but I think he's the 9th try scorer of the night. Lewis Senior's got a couple. Innes Senior's got 1. George King 1. Toby King 1. Bentley, McDonald, Holton, Chamberlain, O'Hagan. Feels like more than 9 there, doesn't there? They've missed a goal so often as well.
This was always the worry, wasn't it, Dave? We spoke at half time that it could blow out. Ultimately has blown out. But Jamaica have been a credit to the jersey.
Keys with a kick. Big one in terms of scoreline, but he's put it wide. So 48.
Full time, folks. 48-2 in favour of Ireland. So we like, subscribe to the notification. Also, I'll see you guys literally in 2 suitable Amstel for the next game, which is New Zealand versus Lebanon. Well, that will be an absolute rout.